Hi there, welcome again. This is the day 3 of our Power BI 30-day challenge series. In this particular video, I will walk you through about data modeling. Basically, what is data modeling in Power BI? Creating a data relationship with the tables or the data we have. What are the relationship types we have? Auto relationship, cross filtering, bidirectional filtering, active and active relationship. So let's get started with what data modeling is. Data modeling is in Power BI, the data modeling is the process of creating a relationship between your data set to provide a structured and to provide structure and make your data easier to analyze. Think of it as a backbone of your reports. There are mainly three kinds of relationship. First is we have one to one, second we have one to many, and third we have many to many. So enough of talking, let's jump on to my Power BI desktop to explore these kind of relationship so you get more understanding about it. So in the previous video, we have loaded three kinds of tables in our Power BI desktop, that was supermarket sale and the customer and orders table that we have created of our own. So let's understand how we can create a relationship between them and what relationship is. As I have stated earlier, there are three types of relationship. Let me show you. I want to manage a relationship. I can create a new relationship from here. Let's say I want to create a relationship with supermarket sales to customer, and I want to select customer ID as a relationship. So we have the three kinds of cardinality with it: one to one, one to many, and many to many. I'm not considering many to one because it is the same kind as one to many. So let me give you an example about one to one and give you more understanding about it. A one to one relationship means that each record in the table, let's say A table, relates to exactly one record to the table B. For example, let's say we have an employee table and an employee detail table. Each employee has only one set of detailed information. Like if in one table, that is employee, I have employee ID or employee name with like Ram and Sham, and employee details name will also have name will be same as Ram and Sham. So both the table contain the same set of names, so it is a one to one relationship because it maps with only one particular category of that column. So that is one to one relationship is. Next we have one to many relationship. That means that one record in the table can relate to the multiple record in the table B. For example, one customer can have a multiple orders, and so the customer, let's say in this sales dashboard, there are multiple customer ID that are repeated. I have showed you that in the previous video as well. So we have the many kind of relationship over here, and in the customer table we have only unique values of customer ID. So that maps with the many to one relationship, or one to many, you can say that. Next we have many to many relationship. These are bit more complex They occur when multiple records in the table A can relate to the multiple records in the table B. We often resolve this using the junction table or a bridge table. Many-to-many relationship is not recommended in Power BI because many-to-many relationship will have a more computational value in the Power BI. So it will take more time for a Power BI to process this information. So to clear this out, this issue, we create a bridge table between them. We will explore about bridge table in the next upcoming videos. For now, understand it as a bridge between or a messenger between these two tables. Okay, let's move on to what is cross filtering direction in Power BI. So cross filtering is something that controls how filters are applied across a related table. Okay, so there are mainly two main kinds of filters, single and both. Single will flows in one direction, like from the menu to one side, and both will flow from both direction. Okay, this is the both direction is not recommended, but this is useful for complex model where you need to filter the data across multiple related tables. So let me give you an example of both of these. Suppose we have a sales and products that we already have. Sales and products tables. By default, if we filter the product table, it will filter the sales table. Okay, but uh, it but what if we need sales table to filter? If we need to filter the product table based on the selection of sales table. For this, we enable bidirectional filtering. Bidirectional filtering allows filter to be applied in the both direction, making it easier to analyze related data from different perspectives. This is particularly useful in the scenario with complex relationship and multiple tables. Like we have a customer and orders and products table. We want to filter the product based on the orders and the customers by setting up the bidirectional filtering. A selection in customers table will filter the order table and subsequently filter the product table as well. So that was I was talking about cardinality, cross filter direction we have. So next thing we can see is make this relationship active or inactive. Active relationship is some things that uh, that define the active relationship is by default the path used by the Power BI for filtering the calculation. So an active relationship is shown with a solid line, and while inactive relationship are shown with the dashed line. Active relationship can be considered as a relationship in use. Inactive relationship does not have any use of connecting two tables on the basis of keys that we have selected. So, inactive relationship means that there is no relationship between these two tables, and the tables will not filter themselves with each other. Let's create a relationship between both of them, that is one to many. The most recommended cardinality is always one to many. Let's save it. I will also create a relationship with a sales table to orders table as well. Order. order number to order number. Okay, so I think so we have not removed the duplicate values from the orders column, and why we have selected order date, that might be a very big mistake that has happened with me. Let's solve it. Let's go to the Power Query again. So that is the good thing about uh, Power BI, is that we can navigate back to our own step and we can debug more efficiently. We don't need order dates because order date will create more duplicate values. So that we don't want. And plus there is null values present in it. Null values does not should not be contained in the primary column that we are creating relationship with. So let's remove null values. Remove. Let's remove the date, and you can see that we have null values over here. We will delete bottom two rows. First we will remove duplicates, then we will remove bottom rows one, because after removing duplicate value the null value will come to 1. So yeah, now it is fine. We will close and apply. Now let's create a relationship and let's see if it is order number with order number. See, our relationship is working fine. Let's save it. So I want to discuss one more thing. What is auto detect relationship? Auto detect relationship is kind of something that Power BI detects the relationship of its own. Like it will look for a primary column of each tables that does not contain any duplicate values. Then it will connect the two tables, potential two tables, and it will create a relationship of its own. Generally, auto detect relationship is not recommended, but you can explore it more. And auto detect relationship sometimes create a report more heavy so that it cannot be loaded. So auto detect relationship is not recommended for long-term use if you have a large amount of data. So yeah, that's it for today's video. Stay tuned for the next video. Thanks everyone.